What's up, guys? Today is the start of chapter 22. It is Friday, July 18th, 4:57 right now. Chapter 22, Introduction to Exercise Modalities, only 8 pages. It's probably going to take me like an hour to finish. But before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that today I did have an interview at 3:30, like an hour and a half ago, for the front desk attendant at Formula Fitness Club. And she called me. It was over the phone, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if it went too well. I kept on fumbling my words. I wasn't prepared. She kept on throwing like curveball questions at me. I just wasn't expecting that, but I don't know, like hopefully I did something right because she wants to see me in person next week on Wednesday. And really, like right now, I have one more week of like money. But after that, I'm cooked and I need a job like now. But hopefully everything works out. I still have that other interview on Monday. So yeah, thank you guys for your support. Let's get chapter 22, knock it out. So yeah, let's get started. I'll see you guys 5 o'clock right now. See you guys at 6. I'll be back. What's up, guys? Chapter 22, lesson 1 is done. It is 5:14 right now. We only have 2 questions. Here we go. True or false, strength training machines should never be the strength modality of choice for those who lack stability or have other functional limitations. Should never be used? I think false. What term refers to the integration of motor control processes through practice and experience leading to a relative permanent change in the capacity to produce skilled motor behavior? I think it's motor learning. Chapter 22, Lesson 2, Elastic Resistance. 5:15 right now, 6 pages. See you guys in probably like another 30 minutes. I'm going to read this. We're going to do the test. I'll be back. All right, guys. Chapter 22, Lesson 2 is done. 5:30 right now. Only 2 questions. Here we go. An elastic resistance band should not be stretched longer than 1% of its resting length, 250%. What term describes core exercises performed in a manner in which the exerciser resists force that causes torso rotation? Anti-rotational exercises. Alright, chapter 22, lesson 3, kettlebell training, 5:31, 5 pages. See you guys in another like 20 minutes. I'll be back. Alright, guys, chapter 22, lesson 3 is done. 5:46 right now, only 3 questions. Here we go. What is the correct foot placement when performing kettlebell swinging exercises? Approximately shoulder width apart. Which kettlebell exercise can be used effectively in phase 1 of the OPT model to improve stability and back strength? Damn, I don't know. I think it might be this one. Renegade row. Alright. True or false? Closed chain exercise involve movements in which the distal extremities are not in a fixed position, and the force applied by an individual is great enough to overcome the resistance. Say true. Alright, chapter 22, lesson 4, sandbags. 5:48, 3 pages. See you guys in like another 15 minutes. I'll be back. Alright, guys, chapter 22, lesson 4 is done. 5:53, only 2 questions. Here we go. What term is used to describe training that adds a weight to a dynamic full body multiplanar movements? Dynamic resistance training. What popular piece of exercise equipment is a cylindrical tube constructed of hardened rubber designed to be dragged, tossed, lifted, pulled, pressed, and carried? I think it's this one. Chapter 22, Lesson 5, Introduction to Proprioceptive Modalities. 5:54, 5 pages. See you guys in like 30 minutes. Alright, guys, Chapter 22, Lesson 5 is done. 6:01, 2 questions. Here we go. True or false? Stability balls are best used with clients who demonstrate a need for increased overload stability. True. When utilizing devices such as a stability ball, BOSU ball, or a Terra core, the user is forced to actively engage their core musculature due to their body weight displacing air inside the bladder of the device, causing which of the following? Perturbation. Alright, chapter 22, lesson 6, trackers. This is the final lesson before the summary and the test. It is 6:02, 4 pages. See you guys in like 15 minutes. I'll be back. Alright, guys, chapter 22, lesson 6 is done. It is 6:13 right now. Only 3 questions. Here we go. Which of the following is a primary reason that people purchase fitness tracking devices? Think it's motivation or functionality? True or false? An abnormally slow return to resting heart rate after vigorous exercise is predictor of poor heart health. True. How many minutes of vigorous aerobic activity per week do the Center of Disease Control and Prevention and the World Health Organization recommend for optimal health? Yeah, 150. What? Alright, guys, chapter 22, lesson 6, summary. We're going to go ahead and skip that. Now we're on to chapter 22, quiz, 10 questions. Here we go. The goal of the certified personal trainer in utilizing machines in phase 1 of the OPT model should be to do what? I think it's progress their clients to more proprioceptively enriched exercises. Most bodyweight training exercises are considered which type of movements? I think it's loaded movements. Which of the following statements is the most accurate when discussing strength training machines? Not all strength training machines are designed to fit all body types and thus can limit the effectiveness for the intended exercise. What is unique about a kettlebell when compared to a dumbbell? With a kettlebell, the center of mass is farther from the handle. In which phase of the OBT model would suspended body weight training be the most desirable for optimal outcomes? I'm going to say 2. Yeah. Which of the following exercises and modalities would require the use of a spotter? Barbell chest press, yeah. Kettlebells were first used in which setting? As a unit of measurement on market and farming scales. Which of the following is considered one of the 4 horsemen of fitness? I think it's the medicine ball. What is the approximate percentage of those who will quit a fitness program within the first 6 months after they begin? I think it's 50. Which of the following is considered a closed chain exercise? Push-ups? Alright guys, chapter 22 quiz is done. I got a 90, average was 75, 619. You might say I'm above average. Alright guys, chapter 22 is done. One more chapter to go. Chapter 23 tomorrow, Saturday. Gonna kill it, gonna be done with this whole reading process. Then I could just focus on studying. In the next 2 weeks, I will be a certified personal trainer. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for your support. I love you guys. Talk to you tomorrow.